The humidity of the Delaware summer was a physical weight, a wet blanket smothering the world in a haze of green and gray. We were miles from Natalie's estate, deep in the overgrown brush lining the forgotten service roads north. My legs burned with a familiar fire, but this time I was running for a grade, not my life. "You are slowing down, Elias," Natalie whispered, her voice a low rumble that vibrated more than it carried. "I'm pacing myself," I hissed back, wiping sweat from my stinging eyes. "We have 3 days. Sprinting now means dying later." Natalie loomed beside me, a tower of violet muscle and alien grace. Even in the oversized, mottled fatigues Morsh had procured, she looked like a warrior goddess. She moved through the undergrowth with impossible silence, pushing aside briars that tore at my thinner human skin. "Morsh said to treat this as real," she reminded me, her golden eyes scanning the canopy. "If this were real, speed would be survival." "If this were real," I muttered, checking the relic of a compass on my wrist, "we wouldn't be walking in a straight line." Playing the part was torture. Every instinct screamed at me to take point, to use the escape routes I'd established months ago as the insurgent leader, the Emperor. But here, I had to be just Elias Sampson, a promising human good enough to impress Morsh, but not good enough to raise suspicion. "Halt," Natalie said, her hand shooting out. Her grip was a hydraulic clamp, stopping me dead. "What?" "Drone," she breathed. I strained my ears past the cicada's scream and heard it. The low, thrumming whine of a Shil'vati patrol drone, a scanner unit. "Get down," I said, dropping into a muddy scar left by an uprooted oak. The smell of wet rot filled my nose. Natalie pressed close, her body heat radiating like a furnace. The Shil'vati ran hot. Being this close in the summer swelter was stifling, yet the contact sent a jolt of electric awareness through me. The drone, a black teardrop against the sun, drifted overhead. Its blue scanner light swept the forest floor for heat signatures. "My thermal cloak is damaged," Natalie whispered, panic edging her tone as she fiddled with her poncho. "Morsh must have given me a defective unit." "It's part of the test," I realized grimly. "She wants to see how you handle equipment failure." The blue light swept closer. If it caught Natalie's high body temperature, we'd be tagged. I'd fail. The Naval Academy would reject me, and my chance to gather intel for the resistance would vanish. "Get under me," I ordered. Natalie blinked, a purple flush darkening her cheeks. "The mud," I snapped, shoving her shoulder. "It's cool. Pack it on the poncho. I'll cover you. My temperature is lower. I can mask your signature." She understood, laying back into the muck. I crawled over her, pressing my chest to hers, my legs tangling with her powerful thighs. I grabbed handfuls of cold mud, smearing it over her exposed neck and face, then pulled my own thermal blanket over us like a shroud. The drone was directly above us now, the sound of vibrating pressure in my teeth. Natalie's breathing was shallow beneath me, her breasts heaving against my chest. I could feel the rapid thud of her heart, faster than a human's. "Stay still," I whispered, my lips brushing her ear. The blue light passed over us. I held my breath, every muscle locked. Natalie's hands gripped my shirt, her claws pricking my skin. The drone hovered, its whine-changing pitch as if curious. It lingered. In the mud we were tangled in an intimacy that was scandalous but necessary. I looked into her eyes, seeing fear and trust. She trusted me to hide her, no idea she was hiding in the arms of the very man her mother was hunting. A twig snapped loudly from the tree line. The drone whipped around, abandoning us to investigate the noise. We were supposed to be alone out here. "Did you hear that?" Natalie whispered against my neck. "Yeah," I replied, my blood running cold. That wasn't an animal. Someone else was here, and they had just drawn the drone away. Friend or foe, in my line of work, the distinction was often fatal.
Want to keep the flame ignited without having to wait for the next part? You can find the full, tantalizing tale on our main page. See the link in the description.